Jacksonville Mayor Donna Deegan, the first Monday of every month, we have a chance to visit and spotlight what's happening in the city. A few days ago, Jacksonville's first Hispanic Outreach Coordinator announced she was stepping down to take on a new role with the Phoenix Arts District. Yaya Cardona had faced scrutiny back in January following online comments about ICE enforcement in Jacksonville. At the time, I remember you said her behavior, or what choice she made in terms of using the platform to put that out, was the issue that you had, but not necessarily her message. What was the reason that she gave you that she was leaving?
She got a wonderful opportunity to go work for the Phoenix district, and I think that she was very excited about that opportunity. And I'm sure also that she felt there was probably a lot of uncertainty in terms of, once this DEI law passed, would that affect her position? We honestly don't know at
That's
this point.
The state law.
The state law. We're having our general counsel take a look at what that law will mean. But she did not say that to me in terms of a reason. But I heard a couple of people insinuate that perhaps we told her to look elsewhere. We never did that. She's done a great job for us. We're very pleased with the job she did in Hispanic Outreach, connecting a lot of people to business opportunities and other resources we have at the city. But she decided it was time to move on, and we're happy for her.
You're going to fill that position then, or are you holding until you know the state law?
I think we're probably going to have to hold and wait and see what the interpretation of the state law is. Obviously, we don't want to go sideways with state law. We just don't know. I'm not sure why it would prohibit that position, but if that were the case, then we would have to take a look at it.
And is it a whole office, or is it just one position?
No, it's just one
impacts?
position. It's just one position, just an outreach coordinator within our public affairs office.
Why do you think you need that position within your administration?
Well, we have a really large and vibrant, growing Hispanic community here, and we felt that it was really important to help connect them with some of the resources that we had in the city, and there was a request for that for some time. So I thought it went very well, and I'm sorry to see her go, and I'm sorry that we're even looking at, frankly, at all of this right now. I think it's so interesting how the pendulum swings on these things. I think it can go so far in one direction and so far in the other direction, and at some point we need to come to a reasonable place. And I don't know what that's going to be, but I'll be interested to see what we determine is the actual upshot of that law.
Are there other implications in your office, either positions or anything like that might fall under that?
I don't think so, Rich, but that's why we turn it over to the experts to let us know. But I can't imagine what it would be. We're told it won't affect the Human Rights Commission. We're told it should not affect our advisory boards. Because there's no resources that are allocated to that. But I don't know, and so we want to find out before we do anything else.
April is Sexual Assault Awareness Month. I understand this week, I think tomorrow, the Women's Outreach Center of Jacksonville will be a part of an event at City Hall recognizing survivors. It's probably impossible to know how many there are out there, those who do report versus don't report or go public with it. But how vital is an organization like Women's Outreach Center and drawing attention and recognizing survivors this month specifically?
Well, of course, it's very vital. We want to make sure that everybody knows that there are resources out there for them, because many women suffer in silence and are afraid to step forward to say something about what's happened to them. And so we're going to have our annual event at City Hall where we support survivors and promote resources and emphasize the partnerships with our community partners, and hopefully that is one way that we can shine a light on it and make sure that people understand there are people out there for them. And the people that actually come out and tell their stories, I think, are extraordinarily helpful for those survivors who are out there sort of wondering if they should reach out.
You recently wrapped up your series of town hall meetings. Is there action that comes out of that over the next couple of months that you put in the budget for July 1st or early July? Like, are you doing one new thing or anything based on what you heard?
We did that last year. We ended up taking all the suggestions from the different really council districts, because that's sort of how we do it. We try to go into different council districts all over the city. And incorporated some of their suggestions into especially infrastructure projects. That ends up being that Nina Sickler, who's our public works director, ends up speaking at those meetings almost as much as I do, because so many people have public works questions. When are you going to fill my pothole? When are you gonna? And we're actually keeping a dashboard of those things now, so people can take a look. But yes, some of those will be incorporated into our public works projects as we go forward with the budget, and that'll be coming out in July. Seems like we're just zooming through this year so fast. It's unbelievable. We'll be at budget time before you know it.
Your bookmobile is going to be out in the streets over the coming weeks. It was at the Easter hunt on Saturday.
It was at the Riverfront Palooza, which was very popular, and it'll be at John E. Ford Elementary next week. And gosh, it's been so successful, millions of minutes read, as I said before. But the big thing is our literacy numbers are finally moving, and that's what's so exciting about all this. A lot of people getting library cards, getting excited about reading, and that's what we want to see.
I appreciate the visit.